Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Again, amazing contest between two historic programs. Nothing but respect for Highland Springs and those guys and Coach Johnson and what they've been able to accomplish. We talked about our program and our school trying to get at the big boy table where you got multiple state champs and getting that circle of teams and schools that's done it back to back. But I'm proud of our guys. We talked about, not showing doubt. Don't have doubt. They're going to make plays. Don't let doubt creep in. We're the better team. They did that, so I'm proud of them. Couldn't be more happy to stand with them.
Questions?
Coach, how important was that start to the game?
Always. Well, you might not know, but our motto, I always say to guys that interview me all the time, we feel like the game starts when we go up 14-0. Because now you're going to see what's the real game plan going to be for the other team. Because you can plan on stopping us and game planning for these guys, but you can't simulate them in practice. So once 14-0 happens, kind of force the hand. So it's always important for us to start fast because then it kind of let us see like how the game is really going to play out as far as what the other defense is willing to live with giving us and what they're not.
Cam, was that the first pass you've thrown this year?
No, that was him. That was Jeff that threw it.
Oh, Jeff threw it?
No, that was my second pass.
That was your second pass that threw it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Tell me about you've been running the ball so well this year, and the catch by JuJu there, the one-handed. When he catches it, your reaction to it?
It just feels good, being able to throw a touchdown pass to him because last time I got messed up. So this time, being able to complete the pass and him catching it one hand and scoring, it just feels good and brought joy to the whole team.
How about you, JuJu, making the catch there? It was sort of a momentum changer after they had some momentum on their side. Tell me about that play.
Yes, sir. I seen the ball in the air, and I knew I had to go get it, and that's what I did. I appreciate Jeff. Great pass, Brody.
Is that a play you guys practice a lot? I mean, that was right on the money, Jeff. You practice making that dime all the time?
Yeah, we definitely go over that in practice, at least a couple of times in practice.
It's not always a dime, though. It's not. We kind of joked about it this week, telling him, because last week he threw a duck out there, and we had to joke with him, don't try to be a real quarterback, just be an athlete and throw it, and let these guys, let JuJu just go get it. So it was funny because, like I said, we had talked about it during the week. We felt like when we got in that set, they were going to get up and be aggressive.
And what was the call there? What did you see there that made you decide to make that call then? Yeah,
so we was in Monster. We was having a lot of success running. And I noticed all game the corners were off, our guys. But when we were in Monster, they were coming up challenging. And, again, I don't think you can press these guys, let alone outside one-on-one with JuJu playing press man. It's risky business.
Defensively, did they show anything, Coach, that you didn't expect coming in, and what was kind of your adjustments you made at the break in terms of combating what they did?
Well, I think, obviously they put in a game plan. It was what we thought. They added some wrinkles, moving the front around, not trying to let us ID. They were kind of changing up the read player sometime, causing a little indecision. But again, when you can run the football, you'll work all that stuff out.
And Jeff, you could tell that they were really focused on you today. Typically, we see you break those holes, and your gun was a little more difficult today for you.
Yeah, because they definitely brought somebody in the box to go film. They definitely had one linebacker in, so then bringing one more in the box and respecting the run game. But they couldn't stop it then. When you kept running over the top of them, it was just man time.
What about that hurdle?
That's something I did do like mostly every game. Nothing new.
Coach, what's different about him as a running back this year from your perspective? It looks like added strength is one thing that's gone to his complete package.
Well, obviously, he's got bigger, faster, stronger. And then, like you said, he's our quarterback. 5 goes to running back, and it's the same thing. Again, that's what made us so talented this year. He's back, bigger, faster, stronger, but so are the rest of them. And I think you saw that, usually you can't out-athlete a Highland Springs team, and we've been able to do that no matter who we played against. And they all, he's a part of it, but they all bigger, faster, stronger. Having to be able to move the parts around because of their skill is what, makes it hard to deal with.
And Jachai, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Jachai, right?
Yes.
So over the last couple of weeks, we've seen you just step up week after week. So this was big for you today. Talk about what you saw on that play.
I was in my zone, and then so nothing had came out, so I just kept dropping, and read the quarterback's eyes. The ball came to me, catch it to the correct.
Coach, I want to ask you, 35, they scored to make it 27. One score game.
They had a lot of momentum. A lot was going their way. And your team really had not been in a situation like that all year. You responded. Talk a little bit about coaching and as well as the players and the poise that was showed to finish this out.
Man, amazing. It's kind of what I said, not, just to talk. We talked about having no doubt. Don't let doubt creep in. All right, it's a good team. They're going to do things like, shoot, we were dominating, but they had points. We felt like we was controlling the game, but yet they had scored. Punt return, got a good play. So we talked about it. Then we came in at halftime. It wasn't a bunch of yelling. It was, we're better. Don't let doubt play a part in this. Be who you guys are. Continue to trust what we're doing. And I think you saw today, I learned when I was here in 2018 in the state championship and lost to Manchester, us getting in our monster set. When you're playing against a team that can kind of match you athletically in your spread stuff, you got to have a run game that forces them to be sound in their run fits, which allows a Stonebridge to be competitive every year. And I felt in 2018 I didn't, as a coach, have the discipline to get in monster where we had success. And I stayed in spread. These guys showed the most unselfish you could. It was times we was in base. He's a receiver, and they telling me to get in monster. They're like, Coach, go back to monster. They can't stop it. So that's the stuff you don't hear, the unselfishness. When you hear receivers telling you, get in what's been working, and let's grind this thing out, you got a good group. So much love and respect to those guys.
And Cam, for you, this is a big game for you. This is it for you. They'll return next year. For you, this is it. You also have the other issue going on with Indiana. You may be making some other decisions. How big was this day for you today?
It was big, it's at UVA. I have an OV there next weekend, so I just wanted to show out what I can do offensively and defensively. So it'll just, come in, do what I've been doing all season, just show out.
Coach, this is back-to-back undefeated seasons now. How difficult is that? This isn't something you see all the time from a team to go 2 straight seasons without a loss. So how difficult is that to maintain that success? And what about this team makes it so that you guys could pull that off today?
It's an amazing feeling. It's a grind, every day. We talked, we kind of tried to schedule our outest conference games to make sure we're ready for this moment. You kind of have to have good opponents in there so that you can continue to teach them and they can continue to be receptive to information. Kind of when you're running through teams, it's like everything works. So by us playing a tough schedule, even playing the St. Michael's team at the end, who we beat them pretty bad, but they're talented. They got multiple D1 kids. We had to play. We had to do football things right. So again, it's special. I felt we did an awesome job preparing for it. These guys, for the most part, they kept their eyes on the prize, I must say. They kept their eyes on the prize. We've had amazing weeks of practices all through the playoffs. So, it's played out great.
How does this one feel compared to last year? You had to fight a little harder today.
Equally, we fight for them all. And that Monday through Thursday, we fight for them all. So this one, I love that it was against another great program, great team, great coaching staff. So again, that makes it that much sweeter because this was the 2 best teams in our division, and we had to get it versus best, and that's how you won it if you're going to have it.
Yeah.
And Coach, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What about any of you guys? How does this compare for you guys to last year?
It's a great feeling because we've been here before, so we just to come back and do it again playing against better competition is just great feeling.
I'll say the same thing, probably equally, or for me, I say maybe this one a little more. It's my last one, so it's a little more.
Feels good to me because this is the game everybody wanted to see all year. Everybody was talking about this game. We played it on the big stage, came out with the win.
And Coach, I know, I read Coach Lawrence said one thing that he wanted to do, one of his keys to victory today was to keep this game close and then kind of wear the guys down because they played both sides of the ball mostly. How do you keep these guys in shape to go against teams with so much depth each week? You guys are so much smaller, they play both ways and they still get it done.
Well, we call it, it's our mentality. It's the freedom by 40 mentality. We know we got to jump on people. And we create that in practice every day. So people is new to people on Fridays, but they don't come out and practice either. So it's really not that much different. They'll tell you, they get mad at me sometimes when we do first defense, we make our first O-line play scout team and another scout team. So it's back-to-back, one offense after another, no break in between, to kind of simulate that pace and to keep the O-line in shape. So it's a mentality that we instilled in our program. You've been around a long time. It's always that way. We don't have 100 kids, but we kind of always compare it to 300 movie Spartans. We might only got 300, but they all ready to go for this. You know what I mean? The 34 we put out there, they gonna be good.
Anything else?
Cam, on your long touchdown run, I believe it was on a 4th and 1, you got the ball and there was just nobody on that side of the field. So pre-snap when you were lining up, did you think that you had a chance to house that one?
I mean, obviously, yeah, always. I think I house it, but I got the ball. I seen them all crash down because it was 4th and 1. I was like, oh, let me just bounce outside, and I bounced out when I was there, so just took off.
Guys, good. All right. Thanks.